Hi, a warm welcome to you. We are solving problems in trigonometric ratios based on negative angles and also angles of type n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. So we have three problems to solve. Let's go ahead and do them. This is the first one. Sine of minus 11 pi by 3 into tan of 35 pi by 6 into secant of minus 7 pi by 3 divided by cos 5 pi by 4 cosecant 7 pi by 4 17 pi by 6. The first step you have to do whenever you solve this problem, anyway you will be taking the minus out based on cos of minus theta equal to cos theta and sin of minus theta equal to minus sin theta. But you have to convert them into n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. Whatever this angle is given on this trigonometric ratio, that angle you have to convert them as n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. You have to convert them as n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. We know that if n equal to even, the trigonometric ratio remains as the same. If n is odd, it will change to its complementary one. That is sin to cos, cos to sin, tan to cot, cot to tan, secant to cosecant and cosecant to secant. Now let's go ahead and simplify this. Sin of minus 11 pi by 3, that's nothing but minus of sin 11 pi by 3. What I will do, I will write 11 pi by 3 as 11 pi by 3. I can write it as 12 pi minus pi by 3. That is nothing but 4 pi minus pi by 3. That's nothing but equal to 8 pi by 2 minus pi by 3. That way I can substitute in the formula of n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. So I will do the same thing for all of them. You can observe that 8 pi by 2, that is 4 pi minus pi by 3 into tan of 35 pi by 6, that is 36 minus 1. So I can write it as 12 pi by 2 minus pi by 6 into secant, minus of secant is secant only, 7 pi by 3, I can write it as 6 pi plus pi by 3, that is 2 pi plus pi by 3, that is nothing but 4 pi by 2 plus pi by 3. This whole thing divided by cos of 5 pi by 4, I can write it as pi plus pi by 4, that is 2 pi by 2 plus pi by 4 into cosecant of 7 pi by 4. 7 pi by 4 I can write it as 2 pi, that is nothing but 4 pi by 2 minus pi by 4. If you simplify this, this becomes 8 pi by 4 minus pi by 4, 7 pi by 4 into cos of 17 pi by 6. I want to write it as 18 minus 1 17. 18 by 6 is 3. So I will write it as 6 pi by 2 3 pi minus pi by 6. You can see here, now we have written these in the format of n pi by 2 plus or minus theta, so that the theta values are known to us. We know sin 60, we know cos 60, we know sin 30, we know cos 30, we know 45 degrees, sin 45, cos 45, tan 45, I know cosecant 45, I know cos 30, cos pi by 6. So the idea is to convert whatever the weird angle given to you, that into the form of n pi by 2 plus or minus theta, so that you can get the theta as the known value, whatever you know. Now let's take couple of minutes and understand how these values will change. If pi by 3 you subtract it from 4 pi, what happens? Let us try to understand that. We did that already. I will erase this. Okay. So this is how our four quadrants are 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, and we know here all are positive, here sine is positive, here tan is positive, here cos is positive. So let's try to simplify this. If you simplify this, this is nothing but n is even, so this will remain as it is sine, right? I'll write down here. Maybe I'll write it here itself. Okay. 8 pi by 2 minus pi by 3. 8 is even, so sine will remain as sine only. But we are interested in the sine of sine. Okay. So let us see what is that. 4 pi minus pi by 3. This is 0 comma 2 pi comma 4 pi. 4 pi minus pi by 3 is sine is negative in fourth quadrant. So this becomes minus of this becomes minus of minus sine pi by 3 I'll just put it here so that it won't obstruct. A S T C. Okay, fine. We are back. Minus of minus sine pi by 3 into tan of, this is also even, so tan will remain as tan only, that is good news. 6 pi minus pi by 6, that means 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi minus pi by 6, again fourth quadrant, so it will be minus for tan, that is minus tan pi by 6 into secant of 2 pi plus pi by 3. 2 pi is here, this is 2 pi, 0 comma 2 pi comma 4 pi, all every 2 pi you will be coming here. 2 pi plus pi by 3 all positive, so this is nothing but equal to secant of pi by 3 divided by cos pi plus pi by 4. 2, again this is even, so cos will remain as cos only. I can put directly cos pi by 4, but I am worried about the sine pi plus pi by 4. That means you are in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, cos is negative. Similarly, you have cosecant 2 pi minus pi by 4. 2 pi minus pi by 4, you are in fourth quadrant. Cosecant is negative. Minus cosecant pi by 4 into cos of 3 pi minus pi by 6. 2 pi is here, so this is 3 pi. 3 pi minus pi by 6, cos is negative in the second quadrant, so this becomes minus of cos pi by 6. This is 1, 2, 3 minus here, 1, 2, 3 minus here, so all the minus are gone. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2 into tan 30 is nothing but equal to 1 by root 3 into secant 60, that is equal to 2 divided by cos pi by 4, that is equal to 1 by root 2 into cosecant pi by 4, that's equal to root 2 into cos 30, that is equal to root 3 by 2. Root 2 cancels. Root 3, 2 cancels. you are end up with 2 by root 3. So the idea is here to convert this into the format of n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. Then if n is even, you know sine remains as sine, but to find out the sign of this you have to look into the quadrant based on the all sine tan cos. You know that in that particular quadrant whether the trigonometric ratio is positive or negative. Let's move ahead. We'll try to do this quickly. If tan 20 equal to p, show that tan 610, tan 700, 560, 470, all big numbers, right? But it's very simple. See here, what I will do, I will say that this is 360, comma 720, 0, 360, 720. This is 90, comma 450. So similarly, I can say this is 180, comma 540, and this is 270, comma 630, because once first round 360, second round it is 720. Okay, now let's go ahead and solve this. I will say first step 610, I will write it as tan of 630 minus 20 plus tan of, you have to convert this in a format so that you are in n pi by 2 plus or minus theta, and your theta should be 20 because you know only value of 20 now. So I can write it as 720 minus 20. See, all are in 20s only. Divided by tan of 560. If you see here what I am trying to do, I am trying to add them to the quadrant angles. That means multiples of 90 degrees, n pi by 2. Okay, that's the same concept. 540 plus 20 plus, oops, it's minus tan of 450 plus 20. Now let us see how the values are changing. See here, 630 equal to nothing but equal to 7 into 90, 7 into 90, 8 into 90, this is 6 into 90, this is 5 into 90. Wherever n is odd, tan will become cot. We know that. So I will say here, this is nothing but equal to, tan will become cot. So I will say cot of 20, but I want to look at the sign. 630 minus 20, that means between here all silver, all sine, tan, cos. So 540, 630 minus 20 is 610. It is in the third quadrant. In the third quadrant, tan is positive. So this will remain as cot 20 plus, if you look at the next one, 720 minus 20, that is in fourth quadrant, and there tan is negative. So this becomes minus tan 20, cot 20 plus of minus tan 20 divided by, again here 6n is positive, so this is nothing but tan of 20, and we are between 540 and 630 because 560 is between 540 and 630. So we know that is positive, minus of, tan will become cot now because n is odd, and 450 plus 20, that is in the second quadrant, there it is negative. Tan is negative because sine is only positive there. So what it will become now is cot 20, we know tan 20 equal to p, that means cot 20 is 1 by p, plus of minus is minus, tan 20 is p divided by, tan 20 is p, minus of minus is plus, and cot 20 is equal to 1 by p. This is nothing but 1 minus p square by p square plus 1 or 1 plus p square by p here, by p here, that's nothing but 1 minus p square by 1 plus p square. That's how we have solved it. Let's move to the next one. This is very interesting. Very interesting. So what I will do, 8 tan A equal to minus 15 and 25 sin B equal to minus 7, neither A or B. This is 25. This is 25. 8 tan A equal to minus 15 and 25 sin B equal to minus 7, neither A or B in the fourth quadrant. Okay, let me try to find out which quadrant they are in first. Fourth quadrant, no. Yes. First is also no. Why first is no? Because the values are negative. In first quadrant all are positive. So tan should be negative. Tan is positive here and sin is positive here. Tan should be negative. That means A is in second quadrant. A is in second quadrant and B is in third quadrant. Because sin is negative. That means it's only in the third quadrant, because in the second quadrant sin is positive. So I know A is in second quadrant and B is in third quadrant. With that information we are ready to go ahead. Now let's try to draw two small right angle triangles so that we can get the values of A and B. Let us say this is for A and this is for B. Let us do for A first. If I take A, tan A equal to minus 15 by 8. If this is A, tan A, that is minus 15 divided by 8. With Pythagoras, I know that this is equal to 17. And A is in which quadrant? Second quadrant. In the second quadrant, sin should be tan A equal to, we are going through finding out A and B values. We know that A will be 15, 8 and 17. Let's also look for B. B is 7 and 25. So this is 7 and this is 25. So with Pythagoras you can find out that this is nothing but equal to 24. So that 576 plus 49 is 625. 225 plus 64 is 17 square, that is 289. Now you know values of all. So let's go ahead and substitute them. What I have to find out? Sin A. Sin A, you are in second quadrant, sin is positive. Sin A is 15 by 17. I will write as it is, 15 by 17 into cos B. Cos of B is 24 by 25. But B is in third quadrant. In third quadrant cos is negative. So this becomes minus 24 by 25 plus cos of A. Cos of A is 8 by 17 and A is in second quadrant. That means this becomes negative. So minus of 8 by 17 into sin B. Sin of B is 7 by 25. B is in third quadrant. In third quadrant sin comma cos are negative. So this becomes again 7 divided by 25. That's nothing but equal to, if I simplify that, minus 360 by 425 plus minus into minus is positive. This becomes 56 by 425. That's nothing but equal to minus 304 divided by 425. The key to solve this problem is you have to identify in which quadrant A and B are lying. So here we have seen that tan A is negative. Tan A is negative, that means A should be in the second quadrant, because in the third quadrant tan is positive. Similarly, sin B is negative. Sin B is positive. Sin is positive in second quadrant, so B should be in third quadrant. In third quadrant, sin comma cos are negative. In the second quadrant, cos comma tan are negative. We have applied that. We have used Pythagoras and found the values of all of A and all of B, and we have substituted them in the formula. In the next video, we will see some more problems in trigonometric ratios on the same topic, negative angles and angles in the form of n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. See you in the next video. Thanks for visiting. Bye for now.